fight your demons. Can't be firm, we go to a tribulation. He is a heavy load, say that I have a legacy fi build, so me fi carry on. And the dark days pray fi go to the storm. Now give up none time, cause that's how we born. Solid, Johnny with every load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Solid, Johnny with every load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long.
Solid, just like a rock. Spiritually we fight a lot. They trap them, said ya cancel that. You just can't stop me, not try do that. Got to be careful of negligence. Move wise, use up your intelligence. Guard of honor like the presidents. Progress and its evidence. Me no care how much time they want turn me down. Things say me woulda tumble down. Chant to me ancestors big Congo drum. That's why me know me have to overcome. Stand firm and not lean for no one. You can set up your own program. Have the whole world a sing out the slogan. No time in a slow down. Plus we
solid, Johnny with every load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Solid, Johnny with every load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Solid, Johnny with every load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. The fight only finish with the weak ones. So when Jaja call you, watch how you respond. Dark, face your fears, fight your demons. Can't be firm, we go to a tribulation. He is a heavy load, say that have a legacy fi build, so me fi carry on. And the dark days pray fi go to the storm. Now give up none time, cause that's how we born. Solid, Johnny with every load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Solid, Johnny with every load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long.
Solid, just like a rock. Spiritually we fight a lot. They trap them, said ya cancel that. You just can't stop me, not try do that. Got to be careful of negligence. Move wise, use up your intelligence. Guard of honor like the presidents. Progress and its evidence. Me no care how much time they want turn me down. Things say me woulda tumble down. Chant to me ancestors big Congo drum. That's why me know me have to overcome. Stand firm and not lean for no one. You can set up your own program. Have the whole world a sing out the slogan. No time in a slow down. Plus we
solid, Johnny with every load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Solid, Johnny with every load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And through it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Solid, steady with every load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. Let you be all, we have to hold on. Face the fears and fight no matter how long. Solid, steady with every load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. Let you be all, we have to hold on. Face the fears and fight no matter how long. The fight only finish with the weak ones. So when Jaja call you, watch how you respond. Dark face your fears, fight your demons. Can't be firm, to go to a tribulation. He is a heavy load, still a channel. Have a legacy, fi build some me fi.
Dear, and good morning to each and every one of you here present. And to carry you through the program, it is very important to know that it's the launching of the Board of Industrial Training. And as a teacher, you know, you have, before you begin the classroom session, I just want to bring about the gist of what is happening here. I remember when I was 10 years old, in 1977, my father, he was came to him now, and he said to him, I come from a cupboard. How much you will charge me? So there was a confrontation between the two of them because he was paying him at a low price. So all I heard is that, you know something, big man, I value my labor. So here we are today. The message is that the Minister of Labor here with us. Give him a round of applause for me, please. Then we have members of the media and other officials. On my own behalf, feel welcome. At this time, we go right into the program. I'll ask you to stand, and we're going to call on Brother Morris to lead us in a word of prayer.
Good morning, my dear people. Good evening, children of God this morning. Let us all bow our heads for God's blessing. Jerusalem, Rabbi mo, Muri, Tektong, Amen. Anay po ko na sili, pagkakot sa manat ko sa lahanay, tumunula negrohan na tagni, Muri, Tektong, Nabia. Tumunula min kay Treseng, anang isa sa mga jamang kilibet na to isa, Muri, Tektong, Nabia. Kung ba na tabi, Tektong, Amen.
Thank you very much, Brother. As we continue to recite our national pledge. 1, 2, we begin. I pledge myself to honor always the flag of Guyana, and to be loyal to my country, to be obedient to the laws of Guyana, to love my fellow citizens, and to dedicate my energies towards the happiness and prosperity of Guyana. Thank you very much. Please be seated. On the program here, we have a welcome song, and this welcome song will be done by a resident, Morris Edwards, and this song will be in our own language, the Makushi language. Over to you, Morris. And while he gets onto the keyboard here, please give him a round of applause. right. I think he deserves another round of applause. Come on, welcoming everyone and every time. Talk that song in English to him. Okay. All right. So as we get right into the program, ladies and gentlemen, uh, to give a little hint, it is a launching of the BIT training program here, and that is why it is a special day. It is an official visit by members from the cabinet. And so at this time, I'm going to invite the leader of this community, our Tushao, Mr. Nicholas Fredericks, since he took up office along with his councillors, he has been doing a great job in terms of progress. It is happening right now. Mr. Nicholas is very much experienced. This is the second round or third round, if I'm not mistaken, being a Tushao of this community. So you're going to hear from him at this time. Over to you, Tushao.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremony. Honorable Minister of Labor, Joseph Hamilton, visiting officials from the Ministry of Labor, members of the media, my fellow colleague Tushao Graham Ambrose, the residents of Mero Shulinab Reg, special invitees from Zatem, our brothers and sisters from Patarno who are part of the training as well. A special good morning to you all. So it's indeed an honor and a pleasure to welcome the team, most importantly, Minister of Labor, Joseph Hamilton, once again to Shulinab. Very important aspect of our community's development. The launching of our basic industrial training program 2025, which includes agro-processing, tourism, hospitality, small engine repairs, and resin fabrication. As time evolves, relatives will be arriving, and it is important as village council, as residents, as government, that we are council, residents, and the government is taking place. A round of applause. This is the response that we are looking for when we make a request, especially moving forward. Launches of different programs. This is what development should be taking place in our country, and it is happening as testimony as we are witnessing today. So, to the team from Shulinab, to the persons who will be involved in the training, I just want to say how we at Shulinab Village Council are very appreciative of you coming forward to show your interest in the training, and we want to ensure that under this program, we will be working hard with you and with the members of the BIT program to ensure that this is going to be a successful training and that you will get the very much needed skills and knowledge that you so deserve. So it's a very exciting coming on residents of Shulinab.
for us as a village council, this is very exciting, and we assure you that we will continue to work to ensure that we bring the development here in Shulinab. So once again, I would like to say welcome, Minister, welcome team, and welcome to everyone. Thank you very much.
Oh, yes. Home village. I just stepped away from them a while, and Tusha O'Brien knows that. And so, Tusha O'Brien, we went to school there, and since the school reopened in Patari now, and that was in 1958, we went to school and studied, and here we are. Brian Ambrose, I'm going to call on you now, Tusha O'Brien Ambrose, to give your remarks at this time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Obiro, Master of Ceremony. I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity. Honorable Minister and team, staff of the media, to show Nicholas Frederick and councillors, senior council, the various satellite areas, fellow trainees, and even trainers, children of both nursery and primary school, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to each and every one of you. Today, I feel proud to be part and parcel of this special occasion. I feel proud because being an Amerindian, I have seen a lot of changes since I became a Tushao. And having our minister here with us boosts us a lot, especially where our development is concerned. I know he's here for a reason and a very, very important purpose, where we'll be having the launching of our ongoing program. I said it here that I'm so proud because this program started in the hands of our former council, where I have seen a lot of changes had been happening. Our people nowadays are having really, really good access for using our ICT hubs in the various locations. I have experienced children, especially in our grade 6 classes, doing their researches, making it easier for them to do better in their exams. The counselors are able to do the reports even easier. We're utilizing that program or initiative where we print and type our own reports to submit to our various departments in the regional and the national level. And I will be short. I want to thank this for giving us this wonderful initiative and program for us, the Amerindians, to boost up our educational level within our community. Look forward for more development so that we can meet our goals that we have in mind. So with these few words, Honorable Minister, I want to thank you for your visit. Thank you very much. Master, sir.
That was Tusha O'Brien coming all the way from Patari now. Okay, we continue. And at this time on the program here, we have the summary of the training program. And this will be done by no other than
knows I am a to the Board of Industrial Training. However, today I must say it's not just another launch of programs, but it's sub-district, not just Shulinab, as you just heard from the Tushao of Patarano Village. And if I am not mistaken, it is the first time ever the Board of Industrial Training will be actually doing a program in Patarano Village. So let's give them a round of applause. So initially, in the year 2020, 2021, 2022 and 3, we remember during those periods we were in the pandemic. However, they were still able to produce graduates, and into 2024, and now we're at 2025. Now, I must highlight to you, for over the past few years, we would have had 2 programs per batch, and it is with pleasure I announce to you that we are going to do 6 programs, 5 actually. It was supposed to be 6, but it's now 5, 4 in Shulinab and 1 in Patarano, with an increase of more than 50% of trainees in Shulinab alone, and Patarano having 10 for the first batch. However, this is just a start, and we know I've spoken to Tushao over the length of the weeks we were in contact. We would have established a communication system, and we would have identified some training areas that the village would be interested to continue pursuing. But today, we have a group of information technology applicants and now trainees, because you're already been engaged. And I would just like to put the spotlight on them. So the trainees from Patarano Village, can you please stand and identify yourselves for the IT training batch? Patarano Village trainees, stand. Let's give them a round of applause and commend them for taking this initiative. So we would have first we proposed 2 programs, and then somewhere along the line, we got another 2 proposal, and all 4 programs were granted. it is something that I would have known. Or maybe, life happens. That's understandable. But I want you to continue, because on graduation day, you yourself will feel the pride. You yourself will feel, that work of, enduring those hours of training, submitting to maybe someone who may be younger than you as a trainer, to teaching you the skill. Sometimes we feel we're older and someone younger should tell us something, or maybe talk to us a certain way. But please, if you're not working with you every step of the way, and I also, maybe I don't want to give you this news, maybe I leave it for the minister, but things are happening very quickly than you expected, because in next week, we're going to get down to the real work. All right. Also, I want to now turn your attention to the trainers. If my trainers are here, some of them have been working with Board of Industrial Training, Welding and Fabrication. We have Mr. Patrick, Davis Patrick, Small Engine Repair, Luke Chavir. Is any of the two here? Luke, can you please stand? And I want to say this, Luke Chavir was one of our most outstanding trainees in the small engine repair in the previous. Now, Mr. Chavir is already a living testimony, a spoken witness of what you can do. You dedicate your time and your energies into what you like, and in turn, you will give back into your community as a mentor, as someone, as a role model to the younger ones, not even to the younger ones, sometimes even to us older folks. Young people inspire us and, help us to keep moving forward, right? So I must commend him, and he enough to do what he did to his best, and now he's going to give back into his community. We also have Miss Larita LaRose, if she's here. Can you please stand? You're our trainer for the agri-food processing. Again, I want to give her a round of applause. Can everybody assist me in doing that? Because she would have been a previous trainee from the agri-food processing. She loved what she did. She perfected her skills, and now she's going to give back to her community. All right. So, again, this shows what this can do for you, and that indeed BIT is actually working for the community of the South Central District. Also, we will be having for the first time ever tourism and hospitality training. We all know that South Central, Region 9 as a whole is a hub for tourism. Well, I think maybe one of the the most outstanding one when it comes to ecotourism, tourism in a whole. And we've been chartering ways and being exceptional in things that we do. And it is with this that the village of Shulinab thought that it is something very important to bring to the table, to propose, to see that, a lot of these small communities would have an idea of turning whatever they have, their resources, into tourism. But then along with tourism, there is also the sister partner that comes with it, the hospitality part of it. You cannot go a long way, or you cannot work tourism without hospitality training. right? So, Tushao and myself, we discussed it. I made a proposal, and this is something for the first time we are doing here in Region 9 on the BIT. Other agencies would have done this, but for BIT, it was something new for myself. I had discussions with the Tushao, I had discussions with TAG, I had discussions with a little with Visitor Pinoni, and then they made a proposal to myself and Tushao, and we had Mr. Leroy Ignacio as a trainer come on board. So let's just give it up to Mr. Leroy Ignacio, who has been doing a lot within the South Central District, within the Rupununi, as it relates to tourism as well. So there's no other person fitting enough to conduct this training. I want to thank him for coming on board with BIP, and I know we're going to have a great training batch. All right, so with this, once again, I want to say thank you all for all the contributions, all the stakeholders that are coming together. It makes my work easier, and it gives my minister more reason to keep me employed with the Board of Industrial Training. Thank you.
Okay, that was Ms. Indira giving the summary of the training program done by the done by no other than our Honorable Minister, Minister Joseph Hamilton, Minister of Labor.
Thank you very much. Have a seat, everybody. If you forgive me, I'll sit down here so that we could get together, right? So, normally when I come to these launching and graduation, when I turned into Shulinab this morning, I left the ministership out there. So I can come and talk to you as a father, as a grandfather, and as a brother, I suppose. And let me recognize Tushao and the Tushao from Patara now, councillors that are here, all the officials from education and health that are here, and for allowing me to come spend this time with you in your village. I would And important to note is that the money that would be spent to execute these programs, it is your money. You understand? You know, government money don't fall from heaven. Your money. You pay taxes. And all we're doing here is spending some of your money on you via these programs. Understand? You know, because all the benefit who belongs to you. You understand? So don't be shy, government intervention to help and develop your community. So what is happening here is, you know, we spent a lot of time 2019, 2020 traversing this whole country. I spent weeks in Region 9, different villages. And one of the things we were saying to you in your community is that, look, elect us to government and we commit that we will do things for you. So the things that Tusha would mention and the things I would mention, we're keeping our commitment to you. What is the commitment? That the same opportunities every child on the coast they have, the children and people of the interland and riverine communities, you must have the same opportunities. And that is what this law is about, and that is what these training programs are about. The first thing we had to do is to ensure that for effective execution, we establish offices in the district. And so, Indira Singh, she's the technical officer. We didn't import her from Georgetown. She belongs to this area. And I have some other people in the room here that you should get to know. Where's Karen Singh? Karen. That's another officer. She's the occupation safety and health officer. Where's Mr. King? Stand up, let people see you. That's the co-op officer. Anybody want to form a co-op? Anybody want to form a friendly society in any community? That's the gentleman, and you have the two young men. The one with the white shirt, I noticed he's getting fat. That means some lady taking care of her, of him rather. He didn't have that size when employed. So he has not just made progress as regards his job, he has made progress also as regards his other activities. I could not just put on that weight just like that. Right? Men, you agree with me? I'm sure the ladies would agree with me. Good ladies are responsible. So one of the discuss, I didn't even mention that in DIRA. One of the things we can discuss is that some programs in the future that villages might want to have for the period, the tools that are let them, we can loan them to do those programs to each other. So a lot of tools we have. So that is something we can discuss. So the training programs in Region 9, 1, 7, 8, Pomeroon River, Moroccoboy, Oriala, it is talking about equity. So that wherever you live in Guyana, you can have equitable treatment. You can be exposed to the same opportunities. And you know, testament to opportunity is what Indira just presented to you. Now, this young man who was trained, today he's a trainer. And he's worked for some good So there will be no technical officer. And I'm thankful to the trainers who have stepped forward to train you. Now, let me say something to the trainees. In life, you can afford to fail anyone else, but you can't afford to fail yourself. You understand? You can't fail yourself. You have to ensure yourself succeed. So what you is not for Tushao, not for your mother, not for your father. It is for you to ensure that your life can be developed, to ensure that the opportunities that are before you, you can do. All the programs, you don't have to pay anything. The programs like the small engine repair program, the guys and a lot of the programs, that's the way we do it. The last time I was here, the welding and fabrication trainees exhibited, produced as welders and fabricators. One of the pieces, it is in my office. These training programs are about. I have a difficulty. I'm sure the two shows they have this difficulty. That if something is to be built in facility to be built in a village, once people have the opportunity to be trained, they can build those facilities. And that is what we're working towards. We want to be able to ensure that when the schools need furniture, the furniture is made by people in the village. We want to ensure that if the region needs grill work to be done in the village, somebody don't have to come in the village to do the grill work. You have people in the village who can do that. And that is what these training programs are about. To ensure that villages are self-sufficient as regards skills, as regards human resources. And so we're grateful, we're thankful for these partnerships with our villages and the two shouts. Two shouts talking about the MC and two shouts. That today, they don't have to sit down for long hours to try to write up a report. You can go and get it done expeditiously utilizing a computer. So and we have to buy the steel. I don't want the man just to cut it for the sake of cutting it. The trainer must engage the tushal and to see where just welding up. It is welding things for a purpose and a reason. So the welder trainees, when the young ladies who will be trained in information technology, you will have to work along with the council to ensure that you can share knowledge with students, with people who are doing research, and so you can type up their reports and those kinds of things. So it's not, the training is not just for training's sake. It is to ensure you can utilize the skill for the purpose of development. That is what it is. I'm talking about during the period of being trained. The 4 months, the trainer is allowed to have you participate in community development work. So, welding and fabrication, small engine repairs. So, during the period of training, Potaro now or Shulinab should not be paying no person to fix an engine. The trainer and the trainees, that will be your responsibility for that period. After the 4 months, then you can have conversations with the tushal about how much they will pay you if they want the engine fixed. Everybody understand it? But during the 4 months, there is no conversation about payment. No conversation at all. And the training entails small engine, brush cutters, and those things. So that is how the training programs, they function. Agro-processing. Agro-processing is something that all villages in the Rupununi should do. Because we cannot discuss food security. Anyhow, as a result, the technical, making progress happening there. So, agro-processing, every village in the Rupununi should have people trained in that skill. Because you cannot talk about food security and you don't have people who are trained to do agro-processing, to ensure that we can put food and we can have food when the rain comes, you know. When the rain comes and the farm wash out, you got a problem. But if people are can bottle food and preserve food and have it for when rain comes. program where people are trained in that skill set so that they know to preserve food, how to prepare food stuff. So in the event you have situation with rain or drought, you still have food to eat. The tourism and hospitality program, I was saying to Tushar Fredericks that Shulinab should compliment themselves that they impressed upon Indira and she impressed upon me to do this program. Because this is the first village, first place ever in BID program where we will be executing an hospitality program. And we're thankful for the training. Because I say this to you, you cannot discuss tourism and hospitality and you don't have people who are trained in the area. You cannot discuss tourism and hospitality and you don't have people who are trained to cook good food. Because when people come to Shulinab or Potarana or Mokomoko or Kuma, whichever, a village, the thing they will remember about that village is not the amount at all. They ask the question, why are you training all of these women to cook? If you're talking about tourism and hospitality and you're talking about tourists, you have to have people who can cook and cook good. So that's the answer to that. With the cosmetology program, again, people ask the question, why are you training all of these people to do this? Simple answer. The human being function like this. Once they have more money, they will seek to nice up themselves. You understand? You know, I go to the barber now, and I just go in there, I spend 3 minutes, the most 5 minutes. And I see men, you know, men stay longer in the chair than women. I'm serious here. I'm serious. The barber shop, the guys just sit there. I don't know, King, you're one of those? Yeah, I'm serious here. Every piece of hair that's stuck out here when they're doing the sideburns, they want it out. And the hairstyling. So the thing is, beauty and the human beings are fascinated with it. When you don't have money and you have to go to your cousin's wedding or you have to go to church, you're going to let sister put on the Q-tex, right? You're going to go in front of the mirror and try some things. But once you see you're in a position that you can go to somebody who specializes in doing it, you will go there. That is how. And that's why we have to have people who are trained in this skill set. And hospitality, important. People come and they spend time at we have to have the skill set that are prepared. So I could explain every program, why we do it, why we must do it. So I have spoken to the issue about why the program, self-sufficiency of skilled personnel in communities. I want to touch on women. And men, you all follow me all the way whilst I'm talking. So, we have trained 12,742 persons in 4 years across this country. And in Region 9, over the same period, we have trained 716 persons, 38 programs, 480 women trained, and 236 men trained over the period 2020 to 2024. And what I'm delighted about is that women are now thinking outside the box. And I say to the women here, do not let society and man restrict you into this narrowness of life. By this conversation we had for decades, what is man work and what is woman work? Any work a man is doing, ladies, I'll come to the men just now, I'll turn to the women now. Any work that a man is doing, you can do it, and in many instances you do it better than him. Woman, clap for yourself. Don't be afraid of the men. I'm protecting you right now. Men should clap too. So, no program that we execute is beyond your reach. None. No. So consider that when you're planning about training and development. And so I will talk quickly to my good friends here, the men. And don't feel envy. Look, I believe every man who has a woman in his life, he must support her to develop herself. Men, could y'all clap? Even if you don't believe by the time you reach her, you don't believe by the time. I believe, in all seriousness, every man who has a woman in his life, he must make a dedicated effort to ensure that she can develop herself. It's not anymore. We don't live anymore in this period. And men, we cannot continue to believe that the only thing a woman is good for is make picnic, iron our clothes, cook our food, and wash our clothes. The woman in your life is more important than that. And even if we don't reach that yet mentally, we have to ensure we get to that place. Because every man who is successful in life, he did it because a woman was somewhere next to him, in many instances pushing him when he doubted himself and pulling him when he wanted to crop up. So man, you have a duty and a responsibility. Clap, clap. I said this at Makamako Village. So I said this at Makamako once. And a young man in the crowd too sure he got up and he said to me, "Oh, Minister, the board might not come back." No. Look, man, I've lived long. So we have to ensure that we support our females to develop themselves, to dream and to reach to their dreams, the dreams that they have. When all of these ladies in this Benab, they were going to school, nursery school, primary school, secondary. They had a dream. They had something that they cherished that they want to do. And you call she 16 times a day. And you tell she that she's your baby, and then you're supporting she. You understand? Well, let me go over that again. Let me go over that again. I'm thinking to the young men, them, primarily. Because us, people like me and the two shows them and so, we know about darling and sweetheart and so. But now the word that is in is bay or B. Which one of them? Whichever one of them, you see the girls are laughing, they know what I'm talking about. Look, the girl cannot be your babe. And when she needs your support, you tell she you're busy, wait up drinking and playing cards and dominoes with your friend. I understand. You serious times. You have to support her. That's all I'm trying to say. And that's why I told you when I said, hey, I want to say to you is, look, all of you must strive to be more. The world that is before you. Woman, we do programs. So any program a man could join, any program a woman can join. The important issue is we don't do program for young people alone. We do programs for people. I've graduated. And the young people in the class, they found it funny. But the thing is, the gentleman didn't join the program to go and work for somebody. He had a boat and engine in the Demerara River, and he wanted to ensure that after now, nobody would rob him fixing the engine. You understand me? So that was a wise decision he made. So we do programs for people. At any age, a person could join a program. The Board of Industrial Training program. because I believe work. Retirement age in Guyana presently is 55. Strong, healthy people. It's capacity still. We have to retrain them, reskill them to go back into the world of work or to be able to set up their own private business. For your information, the 2012 census indicated that the majority population as regards gender was women. 51 point something percent, nearly 52%. Men still believe they're majority. Sad news for you, you're not. You still operate like you're the big boys around. Ladies are more than us. The census don't come out just now. I'm sure the figure will go up. So we cannot talk about national development. Shulinab, Paranao, Moko, Kuma, none of these villages I shouted. You can you will not succeed, or you will take the longest time to succeed. So that is an important thing. And so I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I was here last year as indicated. But I wanted to be in Shulinab. I wanted to ensure that I participate in this launch of programs in Region 9. When I leave you here this afternoon, we have launching a program in Letem, 116 persons in 6 different areas. So today, the 25th, in the morning, we would have of the group. And imagine being gone way deep south, being on to North Group. We're talking about something, 107. So in 4 months, maximum 6 months, you will have 170 persons who will have skills that they didn't have last week. That is what we have to work to continue to build. All of us. All of us. That's our responsibility. This country is our country. It's the only country that is ours. Many people go across the bridge. But believe me, there is no better feeling like in your own country. If you follow the news now, there's a lot of people who believe let me say a couple of things to you. The mature people, elderly people, they know it. But I want to reflect for your sake. The two shows they will tell you. And I want to say to you how far your villages have come, how far your region has come. And you must be proud of the contribution and sacrifices you made lives are better than yours. All of us experience. That the struggles you have had, you must ensure your children don't have to go through those types. But you can't say that and sit down. You have to get up, stand up. You have to do something. You have to do like the 50-something persons here, 454. You have to get up, get trained, get a skill, get more than one skill, so that you can support your family, you can support your children, to ensure that when you make that commitment to them, you can contribute to that commitment of their development. 30 years ago, 40 years ago, the Rupununi was not what you see. Understand that? It was through sacrifice and great pain, blood, sweat, and tears. Things that you can experience and things that you can utilize your parents and grandparents did. And you have to do similarly to ensure that your communities, they develop. I'll give you a couple examples. Today, I'm sure when you go to the school, when you go to the health center, you see people born and grow up in your region and your village. Usha would tell you, 30, 40 years ago, it was not like that. The teacher is there. They were imported. Nurses. Today, when you go to health center, you see people that you know, you grew up with it. That is a change, that is a transformation. And that is a contribution your leaders have made. That's the contribution your parents they have made to bring these villages to where they're at. But as I said, we cannot stop. And that is what this training program is about. How we make that contribution for us, for you to continue to go forward. That's what the government program and plans are about. And as I've said when I started, we don't do you a favor. We think that we must give you this service. So, before I close my mouth, I want to speak to the trainings. Don't let me down. Every training hear me? Now stand up, man. Let me have a good view of the trainings. All the trainings. Stand up, let me see you. I want to see your face to ensure that when I come graduation, I'm looking for you. I don't think I'll just tell you to get up for style. In your family, that you will see this through, right? Well, let's say yes. Right. I want to hear yes, man. Right. Don't fail yourself. Have a seat. I'll be disappointed. The two shows, they have done a lot of work. Your council has done a lot of work to ensure that we can reach this day. What is important to you, you understand, is these people. The worst thing we can do is to assemble these people. I give them all this speech, and then 2 weeks after, sorry or miss them coming. You understand? It's best we left them alone. You all understand your role? How important it is? Have a seat, please, everybody. You can't abandon ship. People are depending on you. That's why they're here today. That's why they come. That's why they travel with their two show from Patar now. That's why the people from Shulinab Assembly here leave whatever they were doing to come. Because like they're counting on two show, they're counting on me and Indira, they're counting on you, the trainers. So you could be the best in whatever skill set. Teaching people is a different story. Y'all recognize that, right? If you don't have patience and tolerance, you can't teach nobody. Everybody, you understand that, right? 10 people in your class, all of them are equally important. No attitude that the 5 that are learning as you think quicker of them to graduate with a skill set. You understand me, trainers? Don't abandon these young people. Don't abandon these people. They will not forget you if you do that to them. They're depending on you. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, I have to go. We have a training launch also, 116 persons. As I said, in 6 programs. So let me say thank you all very much for offering yourself to the Ministry of Labor Board of Industrial Training to be trained. Thanks to the trainers, thanks to the two shows, thanks to the counselors, thanks to all the people who are giving us the necessary support, so that at the end of the day, 4 or 5 months from now, I can return here to give certificate to all of you people. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much.
I think Honorable Minister deserves a bigger round of applause. Thank you so much, Minister. Yes, and you know, I was listening to you attentively, and I could recall, and I was looking at this couple, Honorable Minister, when you said, "Young men, please release the birds from the cage." This young man looked at his wife, Honorable Minister, and she smiled. That is Morris and Angela. Morris was very serious. That you give your talk to each and every one of us here. we understood every bit of what you had to say, and not forgetting those of you who are listening. Then I can recall when he said, we cannot have development without including the women. Quite true. And I must commend you for that, Honorable Minister, for giving us those. So, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Minister also mentioned he has to leave. And I will now bring this session to a close according to the program. Lunch will be served, or lunch is served. I don't know which one. Lunch will be served, I hope. Thank you very much on behalf of the Village Council. Spread joy at the graduation ceremony. Thank you so much.
So quickly before we disperse, all the trainees, trainers, please